Hello everyone, my name is Mr.Bellic and you're watching Bellic Robotics. So welcome back to our new video of time complexity and BigO. So this is an introduction about time complexity and BigO. In this video we are going to take a small thing like a small taste that what is time complexity and what is BigO. In the next video, we are going to compare what is big O, what is big omega, what is small omega, which is small o, and compare it and how see how to calculate it. So let's start. What is time complexity and what is big O? Without wasting much time, let's go. Okay, so time complexity. So what we mean by time complexity? So time means time and complexity means how complex it is. So let's keep time complexity aside and let's hear some story. Okay, so there is a person named Raju, and one day Raju want to eat some pizza. So to eat the pizza, he has some several ways. So this is the home of Raju, and this is the pizza shop. This is the home of Raju's friend Madhav. So Madhav is already near the pizza shop, and he sorry. Okay, and he have a motorcycle, and Raju have cycle itself. So there are several ways Raju can eat the pizza. First way is like he can make it himself. Then he take his cycle and goes to pizza shop and then come back. Or is like he say his friend, "Hey Madhav, you are his pizza shop and bring me one pizza when you are coming home." So what are the ways? Self-made. Let's say take 15 minutes to make a pizza. Swiggy, let's say it take 45 minutes to get delivered. Okay, he can just order from a Swiggy app or Zomato app or any food delivery app. Okay, Madhav, like he can call, "Hey Madhav, just bring me a pizza." And cycle, he just go with ride the cycle, and like he goes there and he come back. So let's name it like algo 1, algo 2, algo 3, and algo 4. So let's take two algorithm which are fastest. So one is self-made, which is 50 minutes, and second is algo 3, Madhav. Like he will call Madhav, Madhav, bring me some pizzas. So let's deeper. So let's say if Raju want only one pizza. Okay, now in the case that Raju is making pizza himself. Okay, so it is n into 15. Now let's n is a variable. N is a variable, and let's say n is time taken to make one pizza. Okay, or number of unit. Okay, n is number of input basically, and here n is into 0 into 25. Now why I have taken n into 0? Because if there is one pizza or two pizza or three pizza, like we are assuming that pizza shop already have the infinity amount of pizza, so Madhav can bring any amount of pizza and it will be considered as one only. It's like if he bring one pizza or he bring two pizza or he bring three pizza, it's like only 25 minutes. But here n, like n is the making time of one pizza. So like two pizza is like n will be 2. So let's say for one pizza the answer will be 15 minutes. Raju will take 15 minutes to make one pizza, and Madhav will take 25 minutes to bring one pizza. But so what is the fastest way? Some of you will say the algo one is the best, but it is not the in this case. Why? Because if we take 100 pizza, Raju is hosting a party and he wants 100 pizza, then n will be 100. So the answer will be 1500. But 100 into 0 equal to 1. It is 1 because time taken is just 25 minutes is like time taken from for Madhav to go to Raju home from pizza shop. So here it is 25. So now in this case the best way is like Madhav, like calling Madhav that hey Madhav, bring me some pizza. So now how to select one of these? Here is where BigO come in the action. Okay, so what is BigO? BigO tell us how the runtime or operation of an algorithm grow as the input size increase. Means that how much like how the runtime changes. Like in the case one where Raju is making his own pizza, then the time increases when we increase the amount of input. But in the Madhav case, it is independent of input. How much input we increase, it doesn't even matter. The time will be exactly same. And the please remember that BigO doesn't tell the exact time because everyone computer specs and like everyone PCs are built different, so there are different things. But it gives just a comparatively that how slow or how fast the algorithm is compared to other. So BigO or other time complexity tools like Omega we use just to compare two or more algorithm. Okay. Now in this case here we see that this depend on n, so we will say that Raju take big O of n, but here you can see this is a constant 1, so we will say that 100 into power is equal to 1 and into power will be 1. Okay, this is a normal mathematics. So we will say that time taken by Madhav is big of 1 and time taken by Raju is big of n. Now let's understand it like, hey Rudy, you have already taught us that okay, Raju is taking more time, Madhav is taking less time, but some if there's only one pizza, then Raju is taking some minimum time and Madhav is taking more time. But how we can see it in code? So let's take an example. Here, n equal to int input and the number, and here print n. So this is the case of Madhav. Okay, here you can give any value like 1, 2, 3 or like any value, but the answer with the time taken to print the statement will be x or n. So it is a big of 1 because it will always use only one only same time. The it will not be like depend on the size of input. And in the case of this where there is a loop for I in range n print I, so this will iterate, this will print number of time there is n. So if there is n is equal to 10, then it will print 10 time. If n is 20, it will print 20 time. So this is dependent on n. So this will be the big of n. Okay, in the next video we will see that how to calculate the big of n, so you and do some practice questions so that you will get a like knowledge that how we can actually calculate the big of n or big of 1 or anything. Okay, so for example now this here our input size is 10, then big of 1 will be 1. If input size is 100, then big of 1 is 1. If 1000, then in 1. uh, as we what the value we will put 0 to 1000, there will be only 1. But here in the n, how many time or how many value we put here depends on how many steps there is. So it's like this is the big of n because n means n steps, 1000 steps. There will 1000 print statement if the input size is 1000. So at last, there is a graph, comparatively graph. This shows different big O value. So you can see that big of 1 and this is big of n. These two curve we have studied. So you can see that this is a big of n. Here, Raju is making pizza. One pizza is here below the big of 1. But when it increased after 1, then it goes above of the big of 1. So from this graph, what we understood that in the when the input size is very very small, then other time complexities can be like more better. But when we talk about large size algorithm or large size input, then big of 1 is always the best case. The big of 1 is a stable line, it's not a curve. Okay, it goes like this. And other are some curve, like this is a big O log n, then big O of n, then big O of O n log n. We will understand it deeply in the next video. So thank you for watching this video. I hope with the story of Raju and Madhav, you will have a good understanding of what is time complexity. As time complexity is basically how we can compare two algorithm, or is like how can we compare the time taken by two algorithm and take out what is the best algorithm for us. So in the next video, we will see what is omega, what is BigO, how to calculate them, and what are the difference. So without wasting much time, let's take our bye here. Bye bye.